one a day, probably through July 1st, two here and there, but through July 1st, I'm going to post these videos. When I did them, I kind of did them in August, and I didn't do as many as I wanted to do. So I'm going to post one a day through July 1st, and then that's when I'll start focusing on getting ready for preseason football and whatnot. But this one here ties into the rule of thumb. Once again, I discovered this one in 2012. I think that's when I took my major ascent into being able to handicap on a year-to-year basis instead of a seasonality. But rule of thumb, when you're assessing a board and you've won on a team the prior week, say this is NFL, you won on a team the prior week, if it's a tough board, you're going to go back to that team. And that's my rule of thumb with that is you don't double dip on a team. If you like another team against the spread again, you have to throw that game out and you have to dig deeper to find something else of better value to put on your board. And that's been a rule of thumb for 2012. Once again, I think the first 4 weeks of that season, I was kind of doing that with my third or fourth pick, and that would be the one loser or the two losers for the week, and it's going to cut your profit. So don't double dip on a team. One, it's kind of blind rationale. You're going to be thinking of current value, and odds makers aren't giving away week to week point spreads on the NFL on certain teams. It's just not going to happen. It's supposed to be even as much possible as the season. About waiting a whole week like the NFL requires more discipline, or college football requires more discipline. But the NBA, MLB, you can wait that day to not assess that team, and you can dive right back in on that third day. But rule of thumb, don't double dip on teams. It's going to crush your profits when you shouldn't be doing it.